It's Spencer from Fresh Farm here, and today we're going to go over just how we survived this winter in Connecticut. It was our first full winter, and it was certainly a doozy. We had record cold temperatures and a ridiculous amount of snow, and today I'm going to go over how we made it through. So let's get to it. The primary step in heating our water this winter was a series of submersible water heaters. So this is no different than your average water heater for a fish tank. We just got a bunch of them, and we got some big ones, about 500 watts. So we currently use submersible heaters because we have a bunch of them already, and they work really well for what they're supposed to do. They transfer heat very efficiently and don't waste much energy. We use a series of 500 watt heaters to heat the water all winter long, and they were the primary source of heat for our fish and plants. It works very well, although it was a little expensive. Basically, with a bunch of 500 watt heaters, you're going to be paying a lot of kilowatts per hour. So next year we're going to try and go with solar heat. So that would be both solar heating of the water and solar energy in case we need to use electricity to heat the water. So the next step in keeping our water warm in our aquaponic system this winter is known in our industry as the fish house. So this is just what it sounds like. It's a little structure inside of the fish tank, usually made out of PVC and some sort of black plastic. And what this does is it acts as a further insulator inside of the fish tank. So a little pocket of extra warm water will be inside of it. And we made this happen by sticking one of our heaters inside of it. So there was guaranteed to be pretty warm water in there for the fish to stay happy. So just like the fish like warm water, the plant roots also really like warm water. As long as the plant roots are warm, the plant will continue to grow or at least stay alive. So that's one of the main differences between aquaponics and in-ground growing, is that since we can control the temperature of the water, we have a much more extended growing season. And in this case, we are able to grow certain plants year-round. We grew many herbs in our garden just by keeping the water warm. So in order to keep the water warm in our raft system, right now we're using styrofoam boards as our rafts. So these are just normal insulation boards, and we cut holes in them in which the plants sit in, and their roots dangle into the water. The next step that we used in order to make sure that our aquaponics system can run year-round, especially in this cold Connecticut climate this winter, we use little mini greenhouses over each one of our raft beds. So our entire raft system sat inside a very large greenhouse, and what we found was that since it was so tall, we were losing lots of our heat up into the top of the greenhouse. So in order to kind of trap that heat and keep it closer to the plants where we wanted it, we built little mini greenhouses around each bed. We did this using just PVC and extra greenhouse glazing, which is the term for the plastic cover for our greenhouse, the one that lets light in and also keeps the heat inside the house. So we had plenty extra, and we just kind of draped it over these PVC ribs that we made. And while we found that it worked, next year we plan on making the PVC structures much more greenhouse shaped, because we found that it blocked a lot of light from getting in. This square shape is not conducive to letting light on through, so we're going to make it that more rounded shape you're probably familiar with. And we also are going to secure the glazing or the plastic sheet more securely next year, because we found that we were not trapping the heat as efficiently as we could have if it were more secure. So, lesson learned. Alright, and here you have it, all of it together. So this is our entire heating plan right here for you. You can see that our heater is positioned inside of the gray fish house, and it's releasing a lot of red squiggles, which represent the heat. The fish are all sitting there very happy with nice smiles and everything. And following the red squiggle out, you can see how it heats the fish tank water, the dark blue, which leads down through the pipe into the plant bed. And the plant bed is also warm. There's plenty of squiggles going on in there. And what that does for us is that it keeps the plant roots warm. They're taking a nice bath all winter long, and they don't know that it's even winter because it's warm. And as long as they get that temperature, they're going to continue to grow and take in nutrients. So you can see that the heat also will escape. The plants absorb it in their roots and then let it out through their leaves. And we capture that heat in our mini greenhouse above the plants rather than letting it escape and be wasted. So this also helps to keep the plant from getting confused. So instead of having its roots warm and its leaves cold, we now are able to keep the plant warm both in roots and in its leaves, making it much more productive and healthy overall. So that is our entire heating plan for this winter, and we're pretty excited about it because it worked. And I'd love to know what you guys think about it. So please let us know either on our Facebook or on our blog, and I look forward to hearing your comments and responding. All right, have a great day. Stay fresh.